everybody! How nice to see you again and again.
And again. Stick with us. Right, here we go. We are in uptown Pano Paphos, the older part of Paphos, the old town of Paphos. There are some new buildings, there are some old buildings, and there are some refurbished buildings. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. Look at some of these beautiful works of art, all the way back from the 30s and the 40s, most of these buildings here. Very, very nice indeed. Now, stick with us. We're going to go down what's called one of the square areas. This is an extension onto what is known as Kennedy Square. So they often have parades here around Easter time and around all of the religious festivals and of course around Christmas time. So stick with us. It's a nice big open space. There's monuments, there's statues, further old buildings and lots of opportunities to have a sit down. And look at that. Very, very nice indeed. Now this time of night, it's around about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, if you understand, and we are still in the middle of the summer holidays, so there's not many people wandering around, but as it goes dark, people tend to come out, and the restaurants, the bars and the cafes down yonder are going to get absolutely rammed out, and this area will become alive, and the lights go on, and it looks absolutely spectacular. Anyway, let's follow the rear end of Gracivia Le Boeuf. There we are. Nice little bit of monkeying around as usual. You see the Alabama?
How nice area. This area here is being renovated and finished not long time ago. I must say that it's very, very nice.
It is indeed quite a nice area to come. So if you come to Paphos on your holidays or you live in Paphos and perhaps you've not been to this area, often a lot of people live out in the mountains, Chlorica, Paya, those kind of areas up in Tala, and they just come down to the supermarket and then they go back home because they understand they've got bars and restaurants all around them and they tend not to look further than their noses. I'm very, very guilty of that indeed, but there's often some very, very nice places if you start to venture and you haven't got to go very far. Look at this little place coming up here and look at the upper floor. That's a work of art. Have a look at that. So that's a very, very nice little cafeteria, bar, restaurant, and it comes alive at night. I've come round here many a time at night in the car, and this little area here is absolutely packed. Look at the work of art up above. That's a further restaurant and seating area upstairs, so it gives you an idea of just how busy it gets. As we get round the front, we'll show you the name. Over there, you've got the Zemia bar, again, a very old-fashioned building that's been refurbished. And at night time, as you can see, they're putting the tables and the chairs out, and it is getting very, very busy indeed. And the boss of this restaurant here, he's got one of them. That's the Harley Davidson. Very, very nice indeed. Stick with us. Let's get round and show you what this little place is called. There it is.
Are you going to be full tonight?
Fetas. There we are. Fully booked tonight. Full. Excellent. Good. One night we'll come and make an appointment. Lovely. Absolute star. Very open, very friendly. That was his Harley Davidson, so he obviously likes different things, and his restaurant cafe is very, very different indeed. Have a look at this little area, little roundabout, most of it's a one-way street. You've got a massive park over there, you've got some nice old statues, some beautiful old buildings, and look at that as we come round. Now there's some relics over there which we're going to go and have a look at in a minute, and you've got the paperclip concept gallery, you've got Sotheby's over there, further old buildings, and yet again as we come round there is the Fetas Grill House, and that was the boss himself. Very, very nice chappy indeed. Over there you've got the Don Carlo Italiano restaurant. Look at that. Obviously closed for holidays, but it will reopen. This area is getting a lot of money spent on it, and there's a lot of people on top of the municipality spending money. The locals are buying, foreigners are buying, and turning this into what we call a coffee culture society, and it's going to be absolutely spectacular when it's done. So we understand that most people tend to go down to the Cato Paphos harbour area, but there's a lot more in Paphos than just that. You've got some nice ruins, have a look at that. So there's some catacombs down there. Yeah, very, very nice. And it opens up under these buildings but due to safety reasons, obviously, they have limited what you can see. So the actual steps going down are there, as you can see on this glass bottom, and they go down and then they enter and they open up down to there, and they have barricaded that off. I mean, I'm not being funny. Me and Notch and Conceivio booth could get down there if we want. That's a bit later. We'll come and make a special video.
And it's one of the friends of us.
Yes, there's a little Gumbaru walking up. He's saying hello. Look at that. Live on YouTube. How you doing, Gumbaru? What a beautiful cat.
Hey.
Lovely.
It's beautiful.
You can't beat a nice Gumbaru. What do you think of this area, Conceivio booth?
You know, it's a little bit shame that some people, they just don't come here because maybe they don't know that such a beautiful area has been renovated and nicely done, and of course some historical moments still been kept. They should come and see.
Yeah, I think what happens is you are blinded by the harbour, water parks, the blue Mediterranean Sea, the beach, your indoor or your outdoor swimming pools, and of course perhaps you go on a little expedition up into the old town, into the indoor market, that sort of stuff, and then you rush back for lunch. But there's a lot more to the old town than this. I remember in a previous video that we came around here. That's a customer of mine there. There he goes. That's one of my customers from Uptown Payer. There it is. I've repaired his car many a time, so he's going somewhere to find something to eat with his wife. Really, really nice guy, by the way. Now, over here, I remember this guy came running out when he saw us filming, and he gave us a big welcome, and he's got a wine bar up here. How do you say it at the booth?
Lady.
What? There we are. We're getting old, so we can't read these signs. Well, I can't pronounce them. She just can't read them. There we go. Have a look at that. Labrador. There we are. There we are. So, it's a very nice wine bar indeed, and he says that he's closed for some holidays. There we go. And you can't blame him. They are busy most of the year up here with locals and expats alike. So he's closed for the holidays, and he's obviously gone off to Greece or whatever it is. Right, come on, Gracie, out of the booth. She's fascinated by something. We're going to get run over, booth. Come on. It's quite a narrow road here, and for some reason, whenever we go somewhere, all the traffic always chooses to arrive. Stick with us. We're going to have a wander down here, and I hope that we're going to come up with a view to die for. So stick with us. Here we go. You've got a rather nice church over here as we wingle our way around, shall we say. You've got some old buildings, and of course you've got some new buildings, and some of these are council buildings, if you understand. Obviously this is to do with the church. One would assume that clergy must be residing in there. You've got various rooms across the top, so that's clergy because it's next door to a very big church. Now I understand, I think that we can wiggle through, and we are going to get to a view that is to die for. So please stick with us. We're now entering the grounds of the church. Here we go. As you can hear in the background, the crickets are everywhere at this time of year. But obviously, we have to condone them. They're only mating. Very shortly, the males die, I think, and they don't ever come back again. But obviously, the females go off and give up their young, and then of course the season starts again. Anyway, my name's not David Bottomley. Let's keep going this way, because over here is something that's very special. A great hotel, and it's called Worth the View. What's it called in Greek, Conceivio?
Which one?
The hotel over there. Axiothea. Translated into English, Worth the View. And the view, well, it's to die for. Because in a minute you're going to understand.
Nice balcony.
Yes. Look at that. Now, this is quite a, it's an oldest building that's been refurbished, obviously. And the view, if you understand, because you're going to see it in a minute, there is the Axiothea Hotel, a great hotel. And we made a video on that for Mr. Ronnie a few months back, and the welcome we got in the hotel was absolutely fabulous. Mr. Michael, who owns it, and his cousin who took us round, Mr. Saba, a big thumbs up to you, and we wish you all the best and all the luck in the world. Now we've come to another restaurant cafeteria, very famous in Paphos with the locals. Most foreigners don't know about it, and it's called The Muse, and it's a work of art. Come and have a look.
This time of the day, maybe not so many people.
It's not open, I don't think. There we are. It's closed. Sorry, it is open. It's getting ready to open.
Getting ready.
Yes, it's getting ready. There we are. but it's a very, very nice restaurant, cafeteria. You can have just drinks if you wish, and it's a great, great, great place. And the view truly is spectacular. So stick with us as we take you out and show you that view. And we're very wary that there is a little bit of music in the background, but stick with us. We're going to have a look at that view, because it's a great, great view indeed. Have a look at that. Look at that. So that's all the way down across Pano Paphos, mid Paphos, all the way down to the lighthouse beach and beyond into downtown Pano Paphos. Stick with us. We're going to go and get an even greater view from the other side. So stick with us for another couple of minutes, and then you can click off and go and watch Ben from Bald and Bankrupt. There's the front of the foyer restaurant. Procedure booth, as usual, is going the wrong way. Her orientation is absolutely atrocious, as is her reversing out of garages. Look at this. There we go. Look at that for a view. Absolutely spectacular. So coming up into the viewfinder now is going to be downtown Tomb of the Kings. And you know that because if you look very, very carefully, you can see a big white pointed structure, and that structure is the white lighthouse on Lighthouse Beach. If you continue to look out, if you know what you're looking at, you will see the Elysium Hotel. And we're going to come round, and there is the archaeological site, which means that the steel structure that I can see, if you understand what you're looking at, is the Paphos Skywalk. And then we're going to come round to the St. Nicholas Church, and then we can see Nick's Water Sports has got some paragliding going on. So that means that is the rear of the Olympic Lagoon. Views to absolutely die for. The only thing that comes close to that is that.
Well, where else have you seen such a paradise? It's a beautiful, beautiful views. Anywhere you look, you will find something on your own taste. We would love to thank you many, many times for watching. And again, I would ask you to come and see another of our nice, silly, funny, but interesting madnesses. We're loving you to this. And
all that's left for me to say is thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click subscribe, and please come back for a little bit more of our madness. I'm going to share with you that view again, all the way from downtown Pano Paphos out to the Kasoniga sunset. Wait for it, here it comes. There we go. Photo bombs by Ochin Brasilia Labu. Thanks for watching.